You often tell yourself that you're in control, that you've matured, and that next time life challenges you, you'll stay calm. But then something goes wrong. Someone says something offensive, disrespects you, or a situation doesn't go your way, and suddenly, all your calm disappears. You feel angry before you even realize it. Anxiety rushes in before you can catch your breath. You might even blame yourself, thinking you should know better. But here you are again, overwhelmed by your emotions. It's not because you're weak, it's because you don't truly understand what emotions are. Many people see emotions as problems to fix or enemies to fight. They think being in control means hiding how they feel or pretending nothing affects them. But Stoicism teaches something else. Emotions aren't the problem, ignorance is. The issue isn't that you feel too much, but that you don't know how to look deeper into your emotions to understand the thoughts behind them. When Marcus Aurelius said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this and you will find strength," he didn't mean to ignore your feelings or detach from the world. He meant that real strength comes from realizing your emotions are not caused by what happens around you, but by how you judge and interpret those events. You don't get angry because someone insulted you, you get angry because of how you chose to view that insult. You don't get angry just because someone insulted you, you get angry because, deep down, you believed what they said about you. You don't feel jealous because someone has more. You feel that way because you've tied your self-worth to comparison. You don't feel anxious just because life is uncertain. You feel anxious because you're trying to control things that were never in your control. Every emotion starts with a thought. Every reaction is based on a belief. The Stoics understood this. They didn't try to hide or suppress their feelings. They tried to understand them. They would ask, "Why am I feeling this way? What belief is this emotion trying to protect?" Behind every strong emotion is a story your mind keeps repeating, often one that's not even true. If you're angry, maybe your mind is saying, "I'm being disrespected." If you're jealous, maybe it's saying, "I'm not good enough." If you're afraid, it might be, "I can't handle this." The emotions feel strong, but the story behind them is even stronger. Seneca said, "We suffer more in imagination than in reality." That's what emotions often are. Imagined suffering that feels real because we believe the thoughts behind them. Most people never question these thoughts. They just react. They get angry and call it passion, feel anxious and call it being careful, or feel jealous and call it love. Slowly, they lose control, not because emotions are too strong, but because they never question the beliefs causing them. You can't control emotions by just trying to stop them. That's like yelling at the wind in a storm. Telling yourself, "I shouldn't feel this," doesn't work. Emotions don't respond to force, they respond to understanding. Stoicism isn't about avoiding emotions, but about learning from them. It's about being calm even when everything around you is chaotic. It's saying, "I see this emotion, but I am not this emotion." Zeno, the founder of Stoicism, taught that peace isn't about having no feelings, but about aligning your mind with the truth. When your thoughts are clear, emotions lose their power. Anger turns into compassion, jealousy into understanding, fear into acceptance. You stop reacting and start observing. You stop letting every little thing control you. You stay steady, not because life is easy, but because your mind is grounded. Every time you've lost control, it wasn't because of the situation, it was how you interpreted it. Someone ignores your message and you assume they don't care. Someone criticizes you and you believe you're not good enough. Those stories fuel your emotions. But if you paused and observed those thoughts, you'd see how weak they actually are. Emotions only stay strong if you keep feeding them with belief. The Stoic philosopher Musonius Rufus said that philosophy isn't about fancy words, it's about living with reason, and for Stoics, reason means truth. The truth is, many of your emotions aren't based on reality, but on what you've been taught. You learn to feel angry when disrespected because your ego was taught that respect means worth. You feel jealous because you were taught to compare yourself to others. You feel anxious because you believed you could control everything. But that's not how life works. The Stoics believed real peace comes when you let go of those false lessons and remember what's always been true. Nothing outside you has power unless you give it power. You'll never control your emotions if you keep trying to control everything around you. Life won't go the way you want, and people won't always act how you expect. The world moves with or without your permission. The Stoics divided life into two parts. What's in your control and what isn't. Your emotions, thoughts, actions, and responses are in your control. Everything else is not. When you focus only on what you can control, the rest starts to matter less. Think of your mind like a lake. Emotions are like stones thrown into it. An untrained mind reacts wildly to every ripple. A trained, stoic mind feels the ripple, but stays calm and clear. That calmness isn't cold, it's strength. Control doesn't mean killing your emotions, but understanding them. Fear, anger, and jealousy all hide untrue beliefs. When you question those beliefs, the emotion fades. You can't stop emotions from coming, but you can stop them from controlling you. Watch them, don't judge them, and let them pass. Over time, what used to upset you won't affect you as much. That's real emotional freedom, not feeling less, but not being ruled by what you feel. True control isn't about force, it's about understanding. And when you understand your mind, you realize you were never supposed to control your emotions, you were meant to master your thoughts.